Hello and welcome to another computer literacy tutorial. This tutorial will focus on Google Slides, which happens to be Google's offering of a multimedia presentation software program, essentially similar to Microsoft's PowerPoint. Let's get started. First things first, you want to make sure you have your Google Chrome browser open. You want to go to your Google Drive, and you want to go into your Google Classroom folder. And then you want to go into your Computer Literacy 2 folder. Whichever class you happen to be in, you'll see your color. Once you're there, if you do not have a folder called Slides, just make one. Simply go to the New button, click Folder, type Slides. Click Create. You now have a Slides folder. So let's go ahead and double-click on that. And now we're inside the Slides folder, and this is where we will be saving our file that we're going to create right now. Alright, so first let's click on New. Let's go down to Google Slides. Create a new multimedia presentation for us. And we're going to go ahead and give this a name. And what we're going to do is call this Internet Best Practices, because that is what this slideshow will eventually be about. And always, it's a good idea to begin with the end in mind, so I'm going to show you a screenshot of what this simple tutorial is going to look like when you're done. We're going to have created a slide. We'll have given it a theme. We'll have a title, subtitle, and two different graphics. One graphic we'll have imported from our school Complet drive. Another one will have imported or attached from a URL on the internet. Okay? Alright, well, let's get started. So let's choose a theme. Themes are over here on the right, and it's a good idea to, what you want to keep in mind is when you're choosing a theme is contrast. You want to choose a color that stands out. Nothing too busy. Just make sure that if you choose a dark background, you have light text. If you choose a light background, you have dark text. You need contrast. That's the most important thing, contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this blue one right here. Alright, next. I'm going to click where it says click to add title, and I'm going to write our title out. I'm going to call it Internet Best Practices. And for the subtitle, I'm going to click there, and I'm going to write bye, and you'll put your name. I'm just going to write Joe Student. And there I've got my title and my subtitle. Now, with your title and subtitle, you can move these around if you'd like. You can change, if you highlight them, you can change their font style to something else. You can change their size. Currently it's at 48. If I wanted to go much bigger, I could. I'm going to go back to that. You can change its color if you wanted to. And to do that, you would need to go, well, in this case, I'd have to click more, and that would need to go to the text color. And by clicking on that, I could change the color to whatever I wanted to. But I'll change it back for now. Next, we're going to insert a graphic. To do that, we're going to come up to our menu up at the top. We're going to click on Insert. We're going to come down, and we're going to click on Image. Now, in this particular instance, I'm going to ask you to choose an image to upload. So click on this button right here. And please notice, I am currently where I'm currently at. I'm on the Complet drive. I'm in the Complet 2 folder, and then if I click on this, and then I'm in the Office folder, then Multimedia Presentations, Slideshow Project 2, and so on. And then I'm looking at graphics. So you'll just have to path your way to this folder, or to wherever it is that you have a graphic. I'm going to go ahead and click this Welcome to the Internet button, or graphic, and it comes up. Now you can resize it, Notice this happens to be an animated GIF, so it's the message changes. And you can resize things how you want. I'm going to resize this box a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of tuck it in underneath, right there. All right. Next, I'm going to insert another graphic. To do that, I need to go up to Insert, Image again. This time, I'm going to click by URL. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another tab. I'm going to go to Google Images, and I'm going to type in Internet Best, and it finishes it for me, practices, and then I get some different pictures that come back. I'm going to choose this one right here. So what I need to do is I need to click on it. Then, see where it says View Image, this button right here? I need to click on that. And then, once I'm viewing the image, I need to right-click on it and select the option that says Copy Image URL. That's the address on the web. So click on that. And then we'll go back to our Insert Image screen. We're going to click in here, and then we can right-click and click Paste. It shows the graphic. Click Select, and then it'll put it on our screen. Now it needs a little resizing because it's big. I'm just going to grab one of these handles in the corner. And there we have it. We have our title, 2 graphics, text, and we have a theme. So next, I'd like to show you how to configure the objects on your slide so they have custom animations. So I'm going to come up to View, and then click on Animations. And as you can see, I currently don't have any. And it's telling me select an object to animate. So if I wanted to select an object, I need to click on it. And then I come over where it says Add Animation. I click on that. And then the default one it tries to give you is Fade In on click. I'm going to change that. And to do that, I come to this arrow right here. I click on the arrow. And for this one, I'm going to choose Fly In from the top. It gives you a choice about how you want it to come in. Do you want it to come in when you click the mouse? Do you want it to come in after a previous object or with a previous object? I'm going to select, and I'm going to ask you to select with previous for now. Then you can choose how fast it comes in. I'm going to leave it at the default, which is somewhere between medium and fast. And then I'm going to play it. Well, now watch. When I click play, the slide's going to come up. And these objects, the 2 graphics and the subtitle will already be there because that's what happens when you don't have any animation. But notice that the Internet Best Practices title will fly in from the top. And then it did. So I'm going to click Stop. And now I'm going to animate the rest of these. So I'm going to click this image, Add Animation. I'm going to ask it to fly in from the left. I'm going to ask it to do so with the previous object. Save that. Click. And now notice those 2 do that. Alright, stop. I'm going to do the same thing with this graphic. I'm going to add animation. I'm going to ask it to fly in from the right. I'm going to ask it to do so with previous. Let's play it. So far, so good. And then lastly, I'm going to click on the subtitle, add animation, and I'm going to choose something different. I'm going to tell it to spin, but I'm also going to have this one come in on the with previous option. Let's give that a try. Okay, now these are the special effects that happen on the slide to your objects. Now there's another special effect that I want you to add that occurs in between slides. That is, when you're switching from one slide to the next, this is what happens. And it's called a transition. Now, currently, we don't have a transition. It says slide, no transition. So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to come to this box right here, and I'm going to click on this arrow, and I'm going to choose a transition. I'm going to tell this one to, let's try cube. Keep it fast. And cool feature about this is if you like it, you can say apply to all slides, and then every slide that you create going forward, it'll automatically apply this transition to it. So let's play this and see how it looks. So first we'll see the slide transition, and then we see the custom animations. Let's try that again. So the slide transition is this cube thing. This right here, that's the slide transition, and then these are the custom animations. Okay, and then the last thing I want to show you is how to create a new slide, how to insert a new slide. So I'm going to get rid of the animations. I'm going to come up and I'm going to click on the slide tab, and then I'm going to click new slide. And when it comes up, you can see it as a default title and text. Now notice that this is not uncommon. Sometimes the title slide for a theme can be different from the rest of the slides. There are ways where you could get all the slides to be the same, but I'll save that for later. So, alright, so when you're done, it should look like this. One completed slide with a theme, title, 2 graphics, one that you're uploading, one that you're inserting from the internet, subtitle. They should all have custom animations. You should have a slide transition, and then you should have a second slide. And then I'll check it out. We'll see how you do.